We have a matchup between two of the biggest surprises in the NFL. Your New York Jets, 9-5, holding on to the top wildcard spot in the AFC. The New Orleans Saints, 8-6, are the top wildcard team in the NFC. Both have first-year head coaches Ben Portis for New York and Kellen Moore in New Orleans. Spencer Rattler, a 2024 fifth-round pick out of South Carolina, in his second year in the NFL, having a great year. He'll go deep over the middle on the very first play, hitting Brandon Cooks. It'll be a 40-yard pickup for the 12th-year wide receiver out of Oregon State. Rattler spinning, lobbing towards the end zone on third down. Tony Adams batting the ball away from Taysom Hill, who he locked up. And on fourth down, here comes the kicker for the Saints, Blake Grupe. He has made just 57% of his field goal attempts this year. Of course, he drills this one right down the middle. Justin Fields had just a singular rushing yard last week against the Jacksonville Jaguars. It was a win, so they didn't need him to run the ball, but they might in this one. Breece Hall cutting inside, going down with a gain of 10. Breece Hall's last 3 games, he's been a beast. 58 touches, 469 total yards, and 4 touchdowns. A quick pass to Garrett Wilson. He's got a first down and has picked up an injury. Bruised ribs for Garrett Wilson, who will remain in the game, trying to tough it out. He's already back in there on 3rd and 7. Fields the other way for Mason Taylor. He got smothered by Pete Werner. It'll be incomplete. So out comes Austin McNamara, who has gotten 45% of his punts this year down inside the 20. And it looks like he has another one down inside the 20. Out of bounds at the 2, putting the Saints in a difficult spot. They're long at their own 1. It'll be a run right up the middle. Cam Akers. Nowhere to go for him. The Jets, remember, they blocked a punt last week, and they have a chance here. See if they can block it. Nope. Punt is off in time from Jack Browning. Laviska Shenault Jr. back to return. He'll stiff arm a defender. Inside the Saints 40, down at their 36. A 19-yard return by Laviska Shenault Jr. setting the New York offense up in a good spot. Braylon Allen left side with some good blocking. Makes his way to the 25 for a first down. New York going with 12 personnel. Braylon Allen running wide left, and he's cut off by Demario Davis. He may be 36 years old, but he is still playing like one of the best linebackers in the NFL this season. The thicker kicker, booting up his 46-yard field goal attempt, and he makes it to tie us at 3. The Saints back with the ball again. They'll go play action, fooling Jermaine Johnson the second, who ran right by Rattler. He didn't notice his mistake and forced a throwaway. Jermaine Johnson the second injured his right hand, though, and will not return to this one. So expect to see a lot of Marshawn Kneeland and also Tyler Barron the rest of the way, as Brandon Cooks makes another big-time play. In the first quarter, he has turned back the clock. Making a couple of nice plays already. A screen to Cam Akers. He'll make Lewis Cine miss. And bounce off of Quincy Williams all the way to the 23. Cam Akers getting his start in place of Alvin Kamara, who is out with a dislocated ankle. Oh, a huge hit delivered by Will McDonald IV, knocking the Saints back to the 6, where it will be 3rd and goal. Rattler looking, and now running up the middle, and he's going to be smoked. Quincy Williams delivering the perfectly legal big hit to the defenseless quarterback, who decided to run. Mistake made by him. Should have tried to sit in the pocket and wait for somebody to get open. Didn't really have that much pressure on him. Blake Grupe will make this kick, and he is now 14-23 on the season, but 2 for 2 in this game. The Jets on offense, going with a read option. Fields keeping it and showing off his 4.40 speed all the way to the New Orleans 36. Only had 1 rushing yard last week, and he's up to 36 already in the first half of this one. Fields lobbing right side for Josh Reynolds, and he whiffs. Should have been able to bring that one in. It'll be incomplete. So out comes Harrison Mevis. This time a try from 49 yards out. And his kick is going to be good again. A field goal fest going on early. And this game's tied at 6. Rattler heading under center to begin this drive. Throwing deep left side, and he's intercepted. Azareye'h Thomas with his 3rd pick in the last 2 games. He had 2 picks against Jacksonville last week and gets 1 here. He pretty much ran the route for Chris Olave. He did it so well that even Rattler thought he was the wide receiver on the play. Fields over the middle, caught by Mason Taylor, and he spins into the end zone. The rookie tight end with his 6th touchdown of the year, and the Jets have the lead. 13-6, New York on top. Rattler booting to his left and rolling right into pressure. Marshawn Kneeland filling in for Jermaine Johnson II gets the sack. 2 minutes to go in the half. Spencer Rattler standing tall near his own 5. Going to his right hits Chris Olave on the deep crosser. A 22-yard pickup, erasing that sack by Marshawn Kneeland. Rattler scanning. Nobody open. He's got space off the left side. He'll take it across midfield and go down at the 46 of New York. The Saints are going to use their first time out of the half. Third down with 1:15 to go. Rattler running again, this time up the middle. Met by Lewisine. The ball is ripped out. The Saints, though, get back on top of it and are able to maintain possession. At the 16 with under 15 seconds to go. Rattler under pressure and sacked. That is Quinnen Williams ending his 10-game sack drought. And he's going to force the Saints to use their final time out of the half. Got to be careful here. Rattler stepping up, throwing on the move, caught by Rashid Shaheed, who goes down inbounds. And the Saints will not get another snap off. That will end the first half. So an awful mistake by the Saints that cost them a chance at 3. New York on offense, facing 3rd and long. Fields escaping and scrambling all the way to the 37. Remember, he only had 1 rushing yard last week. He's got 60 already here as we are in the 3rd quarter. Fields floating to his right, and he's intercepted. He wanted Jeremy Ruckert and instead hit Jalen Jones, a defensive back for the Saints. That is Fields' 10th interception thrown this season. He also has 7 fumbles. Rattler on 3rd and long, under pressure and sacked by Quinnen Williams again. So the defense bailing out the offense as the Saints are unable to take advantage of that mistake by Fields. Jumping to the 4th quarter, still 13-6. Spencer Rattler to Taysom Hill, the 35-year-old gadget player across midfield, out of bounds at the 45. Taysom Hill has had a very interesting career. He has 62 total career touchdowns in his 9-year NFL career, and he's done it in all kinds of different ways. Throwing, running, catching, he does it all. Cam Akers getting a first down out of bounds at the 16, putting New Orleans in the red zone. Rattler over the middle to Olave, and he's lit up at the marker by Jamal Adams. It is 4-down territory, though, for the Saints. They're going to go for it on 4th and 1. Rattler to Olave again, and he's got the first down, but no touchdown. It will be goal to go at the 1. The Saints just a yard away from tying this one up. Rattler surrounded, throws it short of the end zone to Brandon Cooks, who goes the wrong way back to the 7. Kelvin Banks Jr., the first-round pick out of Texas, shaken up on the play. 3rd down. Rattler spinning and avoiding Kneeland, throwing on the move over the head of Olave, incomplete. So the Saints are facing 4th down again on this drive. They're going to go for it again. Rattler leaving the pocket. He's got room and will run it into the end zone. Touchdown number 31 in Spencer Rattler's career will tie this game up at 13. Still plenty of time for the Jets to move this ball down the field and get at least into field goal range. Josh Reynolds, with his 251st career reception, moves the Jets across midfield. Fields, hearing the 2-minute warning, will fire over the middle to Garrett Wilson. Right when the Jets needed him, he will deliver a 27-yard pickup to put the Jets easily into field goal range. New York working the clock. Down to about 1:20 to go. Fields is going to run inside the 10, diving down to the 7. And the Saints will have to start using their timeouts if they want to have any chance. Under center on 1st and goal. A give to Braylon Allen right up the middle. He is down just shy of the end zone. Didn't quite get the ball across the goal line. So New York a yard away from punching it in. Fields hands it off to Breece Hall, and he runs it into the end zone. His 15th touchdown of the season, and he may have just given the Jets their 10th win of the year. We'll see the defense can hold strong. Under 30 seconds to go, New Orleans at midfield. Rattler to his left is intercepted again. Azareye'h Thomas again. He calls game with his second pick of the day and fourth pick in the last 2 games. The Jets get the W on the road over the Saints in a battle between 2 of the biggest surprises in the NFL. Our defense has not played well this year, but then last week against the Jaguars, who yes, do have the worst offense in the NFL, our defense looked pretty good. And in this game, they were great, only allowing 1 touchdown and 13 total points. So maybe our defense is starting to get things figured out, and it could be something we actually count on moving forward. That would be awesome, because they've been bad for most of the year. Offensively, this is a letdown. The best offensive production we had in this one was Justin Fields running. Our running backs got shut down, 49 yards on 23 carries. Usually, Breece and Braylon Allen are the main guys getting the job done in our offense, and we run it and destroy people on the ground, but not in this one, besides Justin Fields running. You know, Azareye'h Thomas, he's starting to get my trust slowly. He ended up earning AFC Defensive Player of the Week honors. He's got 2 picks in each of our last 2 games, and he's starting to play like a cornerback that you want out there. If you got him playing like this on one side outside and then Sauce Gardner on the other side outside, you're going to be good on the outsides. But can he maintain it? We'll see. He's doing good for now. Gang Green has 10 wins on the year. Still no playoff spot locked up yet. The Buffalo Bills have not won the AFC East quite yet, but they're likely going to, because even if we win our game and they lose to the Eagles, I'm sure there's a lot of other junk we would have to have go our way that we're just not totally sure about. Somehow, though, we do technically have a chance to win the AFC East. We can only control what we can control, though, and that's this upcoming game against the Patriots. The last time we played them, we blew it. We led by 2 scores with 50 seconds to go, but choked the game away and lost. The Patriots have been playing spoiler. The last 6 games have all been against teams holding a playoff spot, with a combined record of 60-30. Yet New England went 3-3 over those 6 games. Quinnen Williams knows how much this game means. A chance for him and all of us to end this nightmare of a playoff drought, the longest playoff drought in the NFL. It's been 14 years. If the Jets win, the playoff drought is over. Drake May, in the first meeting between these 2 teams, completed 68% of his passes for 344 yards and 3 touchdowns. A deep shot on 3rd and long is ripped away by Sauce Gardner. He got that ball away from Cardi B's baby daddy, Stephon Diggs, and the Patriots will go 3 and out. Justin Fields, say what you want about his stats, but he's got us 1 win away from clinching a playoff spot. Breece all left side into New England territory, and the Jets running backs are already off to a better start in this one than when they were in that Saints game. At the 25, the Jets go and play action. It's a strip sack. Harold Landry got the ball out. Jeremy Ruckert able to hustle back and get on top of it, preventing a touchdown. That would have been an easy scoop and score for New England had he not hustled back to get on top of it. Fields to Arian Smith deep over the middle. Not quite a first down. You know Arian Smith wants to get some revenge for what happened in that first meeting where he failed to recover the onside kick that ended up costing us the game. Jeremy Ruckert getting rewarded for his good hustle. Will make the catch on 3rd and short and make it goal to go for New York. At the 4 on 3rd down, the blitz on the way, a leaky right side, and Fields is drilled. The pass is incomplete, and out comes the field goal unit on 4th and goal. The thicker kicker makes a 21-yard chip shot field goal, and the Jets have an early 3-0 lead. Under a minute to go in the first, Fields running up the middle on the quarterback keeper, and he's going to be stung by Jabril Peppers at midfield. Patriots have a pair of hard-hitting safeties in Jabril Peppers and, of course, Kyle Duggar, who we met in our last meeting. There is another sack for Harold Landry, a one-man wrecking crew out there. It'll send us to the second quarter. It's a screen on 2nd and 19. Breece Hall getting a couple of blocks, fighting off a defender, and not quite getting the first down. It'll be 3rd and inches at the New England 41. Fields running up the middle on another designed quarterback run, and he does get the job done, keeping this drive alive. Third and inches, this time Fields under center. To give to Braylon Allen, Jabril Peppers making a play in the backfield. It'll be 4th down. And out comes the field goal unit. Harrison Mevis up for a 46-yard try. The kick is blocked. A bad snap gets the kick blocked. We almost had this happen last week against the Saints. Thomas Hennessy, our long snapper, has to get some things figured out. Can't have this happening on a regular basis. A screen to Diggs. He'll make a man miss, and Malachi Moore. And Diggs down at the 29. Maybe that block kick was exactly what New England needed to spark them. May to his left. It's Hunter Henry diving into the end zone. His team leading 7th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have the lead. They go up on top 7-3. New York across midfield. Nearing the end of the first half. Fields over the head of Garrett Wilson. You know, that is one that Fields will wish he had back. Had a lot of room in front of Garrett Wilson that he made the catch, but Fields didn't give him a chance. Shot down the field on 3rd and long, and Jeremy Ruckert in a contract year makes a heck of a play. And is down at the 17. Joe Tippmann injured an elbow, but he's good to go, already back out there. Fields to his right, hitting Garrett Wilson. It's a touchdown. Garrett Wilson ties Mason Taylor for the most touchdown catches on the Jets. Both had 6, and New York leads 10-7. New England looks like they want to push the ball down the field late in the half, and they will. Stephon Diggs with a huge chunk of yardage picked up. Got brought down by Lewis Seen, so a pair of ex-Vikings beating up at the end of that play. May stepping up and going down. A sack for Will McDonald, the 4th. It'll be 4th and 8, and the Patriots bring out their rookie kicker, Andres Borregales. The 50-yard attempt is good with plenty of room to spare, and the Patriots have tied us up at 10. New York has 2 timeouts in about 40 seconds to make something happen. Fields running up the middle and fumbling the ball. Robert Spillane doing it all on this play, forcing the fumble and recovering it. That is Justin Fields' 18th total turnover this year, and the Patriots have a chance to steal the lead at the end of the first half. Borregales putting this one up and through from 35 yards out to give New England the lead. New York down by 3 in the 3rd. They got the ball at midfield. A check down. Al Lazard with room to run up the middle is going to be murdered. He got decapitated by Kyle Duggar and fumbled it. Another mistake by New York. But luckily our defense, they would step up, get a stop, and get the ball back to our offense. Fields on the design quarterback run. New England wasn't ready for it. Fields all the way to the 13. A 39-yard sprint, and Fields is up to 85 yards on the ground. The editor's center here and hand it off to Breece Hall, who gets around a defender and is an easy touchdown. His 16th touchdown of the year, and the Jets lead by 4 in the 3rd quarter. New England manages to get into field goal range. Borregales, 2 for 2 on the day, make him 3 for 3, drilling this 53-yarder. It's a 1-point game. So here we are in the 4th quarter. 1-point lead for New York. A playoff spot on the line for them. Josh Reynolds going spin cycle on New England. And spinning his way to the 37. Justin Fields been efficient in this one. Having one of his better games. Just had that bad fumble earlier. Under pressure. They'll get a pass off to Breece Hall. And that'll be another touchdown for Breece Hall. A 2-touchdown game for him. He's up to 17 total on the year. A great job by Fields, who stood in there, took a shot, but delivered a good pass. May after the fake, not seeing anybody open. He's going to be sacked and strip sacked. Quinnen Williams got the ball out. Will McDonald, the 4th, recovered it. And that is the first fumble recovery by the Jets on defense all year long. They did recover 2 on special teams and a few on offense, but that's the first one on defense. Fields to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Carter Warren, a backup tackle with his first touchdown in the NFL. And the Jets have to be feeling pretty good. They lead by 2 scores in a game that, if they win, they'll be going to the postseason, ending the longest playoff drought in the NFL. Can their defense hold strong? Not on this drive. They give up a touchdown to Hunter Henry. And we've seen this story before. The Patriots score late, and it comes down to an onside kick. They got one in our last meeting. What about in this meeting? Is it going to happen again? No, it will not. Al Lazard pulls down the onside kick, and the Jets have won their 11th game of the year. They will end the playoff drought, and they'll be heading to the postseason for the first time in 14 years. It's been a long time coming. The Jets are finally heading back to the postseason. Defensively, we were not as sharp in this game as we had been in our previous 2 games. I still think the defense was fine, though. There were moments in this game where we had to count on them. When our offense was fumbling the ball away and struggling, the defense stepped up and kept us in it until the offense could get going again. They were not the main reason that we won, but they did what they had to do. Offensively, this was Justin Fields' best game of the year easily. 85 yards rushing, 275 passing, an 81% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns, and a perfect 158.3 rating. He was awesome, and our offense in general was good. You know, Quinnen Williams has to be absolutely pumped to help us end this long playoff drought. Knock on wood, as long as he's healthy, he will get to play in his first playoff game in the NFL. He's in his 7th year in the NFL. So the Jets, their fans, their players, they've been waiting a long time for this. Quinnen Williams, getting hot at the right time. 3 sacks in our last 2 games. He had 0 in our previous 10. We'll see what he does here in the final game of the regular season, which is going to be against the Buffalo Bills. Unfortunately, it will not matter. The Buffalo Bills won their game and have clinched the AFC East, winning the division for the 6th year in a row, which is disappointing, but I'm still happy. We have clinched the top wildcard spot in the AFC, and they'll face the winner of the AFC West in the first round. It'll either be the Chargers or Raiders. They don't play each other, so the Raiders need some help, or we will face the Chargers if they don't get that help. The final game of the regular season does not matter for us. So what will our strategy be going into it? Well, we will play our starters for just the first half. No matter what the score is at halftime, as many starters as we can will be pulled from the game. And we will put guys in like Brady Cook, who have just not had much of an opportunity this year. We'll see what him and a lot of our other backups and third stringers could do in the second half against the Buffalo Bills. Maybe they could pull off an upset win and shock the world. Let's talk a little about this upcoming quarterback draft class, starting with Dylan Sheets, who is 6'4", 228, 21 years old, out of Washington, projected to go in the first round. He's got great to good throw power, decent mobility, the talent is round 1, 2, and he may be available when we come to pick in the first round. I'll explain why in a little bit. Jonathan Nails, same story, 6'3", 235, 22 years old, out of Washington State, projected to go in the first round, great to good throw power, not the most mobile, more of a pure pocket passer. He has round 1 talent. Now, why would either of these guys, or maybe even both of these guys, be available when we come up to pick in the first round on draft night? Well, that's because there are 5 quarterbacks projected to go in the first round. And when that happens, you may see some of the quarterbacks that are projected to go in the first round at the bottom of that list slide. Jonathan Nails is quarterback 5, and Dylan Sheets is quarterback 4 of the top 5 quarterbacks in this draft class. So maybe they fall, and maybe we have a chance to pick one of them, or have the shot at picking both of them and have to make a choice. That'd be a good problem to have. Fields is our quarterback for now, and he's under contract for next year, but he's not our quarterback forever 100%. He has gotten us to the postseason, and we'll see what he does in the playoffs. But we got to take on the Buffalo Bills in our next episode first and finish off the regular season and find out who we're going to be taking on in the postseason. Thanks for watching this one, and I will see you in the next one.